This is Josiah Plays Rue Valley. Alright, let's get back to it. What were we doing? I think we were trying to do stuff with the Maxine K Ranch. Announcement Moo. Yeah, we're trying to find a faster way to enter. We just called the cops and talked to them. And we learned about... Oh, yeah, that's right. We need to go down to the downstairs room and search through the, cheese-colored. Nice. Alright, let's break in. Hurt my foot. We'll go here. And we'll search through here. Continue browsing through the documents from 1948. February is the same, but among the accounting documents is a letter from the head of Walter's elementary school. Let's see what the letter's about. It's a personal letter written on an official school stationery, and the school principal is writing as a friend of the family. Hold on, how do I need to do something on my phone really quick. What I need to do is turn off the lock screen. Auto lock never. Okay, that's done. Just temporarily. Because I'm waiting for an email. And I want to be able to see my email on my phone at all times. Because when I get the email, that means they've dropped off my delivery on the porch, and I want to be able to get it as quick as I can. I don't want to leave it sitting out there. Somebody might take it, you know. It's a personal letter written on an official school stationery, and the school principal is writing as a friend of the family. Turns out Walter had beaten another boy blue just because he insulted Walter's grandfather. The principal promises he'll make sure the case is not investigated further, but urges Philip to control Walter's wild side. And now the yawning begins for no discernible reason. So much for Cody's model citizen. Carry on browsing. Oh yeah, like half of my emotes are Nox related, Jen. I've got the Onox emote. I've got the camera stare animated emote. The cow turns to look at the camera. I've got the pun hammer animated emote. If too much punning is happening, the pun hammer has to come down. Are there any other Nox related ones? Oh, and I've got the invisible cow animated emote. That's the invisible cow. You can just see his eyes and his cowbell, and then he says moo. So how you doing, Jen? I made those emotes myself, in a manner of speaking. And by made them myself, I mean I used ChatGPT to make them. Alright, carry on browsing. How long is this game? I think it's pretty short. Thus far, I have played... Thus far, I've played 13 and a half hours. But, you know, Josiah speed. Which, by the way, Josiah speed, also an emote. Flipping through the folders and papers under March, you find mostly contracts about selling cattle and other bureaucracy. One does not sell cattle. However, your trained eye catches a mention of Walter in what looks like a financial report. Better safe. Read the report. It's a complex financial report with charts and graphs and accounting tables, and you can't grasp it all. However, there is a conclusion below, and it's written in plain language for a change. In short, K Cattle Company is doing business at a loss, a severe loss. And below the conclusion, in tight handwriting, will Walter and I inherit only dust from the old man? So presumably Maxine wrote that. Nothing about the disappearances, though. Read on. As you open the April folder, another cloud of dust spews forth. Document by document, but nothing of interest. Next folder is for May. Philip has archived a copy of a letter he had sent to his father that mentions Walter. Wait a second. Why would he archive and save a copy of a letter he sent to his own father? Like, I've done that. You haven't done that? Well, he seems to have been a very organized man. Many such cases. Let's read what it is about. Father, I have done extensive calculations and our company is done. There is no other conclusion. Please accept and sign the enclosed offer from General Meats. Become partners before it is too late. If you don't want to do it for your empire, do it for little Walter, your own blood. I don't know what that is. Your son, Philip. The tone of the letter suggests some bad blood between these two. Carry on. You open the folder for June. I only have 1 minute left. June has very few documents compared to other months, and none of them very interesting. All right, July. You're out of time again. I can't go all this way again. Come on, you put a lot of effort into this. You can do it. Try to zone out and come back as soon as the loop resets. I wonder if it will let me shortcut right back here. That'd be nice. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Sorry, Doc. I got to be somewhere else as soon as possible. Go back to K Ranch. If I was smart, here's what I would do if I was smart. I would borrow the bicycle, put it on the roof of my car, and then when I get to the barricade, instead of walking the rest of the way, I would ride the bicycle the rest of the way, which would save me like 10 minutes probably, or 5 at least, but probably more like 10. But no. Didn't give us that option, do you, game? And you're back. Continue browsing through the documents from 1948. June has very few documents compared to other months, and none of them very interesting. All right, next up, July. In a veritable sea of other documents, July has a letter from Maynard K. to Philip. So, let me get this straight. Maynard is the grandfather of Alex and Maxine. Philip is the father of Alex and Maxine. The person who's buried in the graveyard at the big tomb, I believe, is Maynard. It's already 8:46, I know, right? What the F? What? They're sending each other letters through the postal service? Aren't they living in the same house? Read Maynard's letter. Philip, I'd rather die than partner with them scumbags who want to destroy everything I worked for. The fact you're even considering it. Wait, did he write like this in, like, with his hand? Like, on a letter, he actually wrote Y-E-R and wrote considerin with a little apostrophe? Did he actually write it that way on his letter? Because that's hilarious. Tells me you're no son of mine, nor a true K. Unlike Walt, they tell me it skips a generation sometimes. I'll consult with my other lawyers and leave everything to little Walt. Now get. Okay, I can honestly say I've written a lot of letters in my life, but never in my life have I written the word get in a letter. But I have a new goal. Now get. I liked it better when we didn't speak to each other. Oh, that's why they're sending each other letters. A whole lot of drama and little else. No. How big is this archive? Ready to do this again? Let's go. Things just started to get interesting. We're gonna be nosy. Close my eyes, wait for the reset, and head back here again. Seriously, get the bicycle. Go faster. Come on, man. Like, you could at least be jogging, bro. What is this? Homie's walking at Josiah speed when we're on a tight clock. Where were we? Continue browsing through the documents from 1948. In a veritable sea of other documents, July has a letter from Maynard K. to Philip. Skim reading time. Yada yada scumbags, not a son of mine. He leaves everything to little Walter, huh? Ooh, my. More family drama. Drool over the letter. Yeah, I already read this. That hits the spot. You keep on flipping the ancient pages and feel like the dust has penetrated into your bloodstream by now. Nothing for August, just accounting and tax sheets for that year. Seems like an enormous sum. Listen, the thing I'm looking for had better not be in December. Pfft, rich people. Keep browsing. In September, you find more accounting documents, in the midst of which is a document from a bank where Philip K. acts as a representative of Walter K. You never know. Turns out Philip opened a trust fund in Walter's name and invested a considerable amount of money in it. That money will spin and multiply over the years until Walter claims it. Wait, Walter is their dad. So Maynard's not their grandfather. Maynard's their great-grandfather. Great-grandfather Maynard, his son Philip, his son Walter, and then his kids, Alex and Maxine. Great-grandfather Maynard. He's the one that started the company. That money will spin and multiply over the years until Walter claims it. But there's not a single letter about vanishing. Nothing vanishes as quickly as money. Fucking A. Here we go. Again. Again. It seems dumb that we're not finding any way to speed this process up. Like, also, you haven't figured out how to break the door down better or anything? Come on, guy. This is Groundhog Day. You should be iterating on your techniques. We're almost at the end. Continue browsing through the documents from 1948. Hey, what's up, Aquabrow? How you doing? Browse on. We read this one already. Just a few more months and the whole year is done. October is devoid of anything but business papers. You open November's folder full of dust and disappointment. The usual fare. That's not how you spell fare in this context. A mix of accounting documents and bank statements with decreasing revenues, all sprinkled with a heavy dose of dust. Should be getting a little easier as it goes on. Yeah. Look, if it takes you just as long to get to and break into the house, like the fourth or fifth time you do it, as the first time, you're not very smart. Am I wrong, or has ice time not happened during this whole stream series? You are correct, Aquabrow, because the streams have generally been too short. We don't just haul off and do ice time at the drop of a hat. Usually a stream has to about be a half beef, a half pounder, to get an ice time. You never know, though. We may be able to slip one in here one of these times. But then you stumble upon a letter to Philip from his wife Eleanor, and your gaze catches a word. Disappearing. Is the current porridge level? It's very high. I just poured and I've only taken one sip off the freshly poured porridge, so the porridge level is very high. Read it! Read it! Dear Philip, your recent letter regarding the police incident struck a chord with me. The written warning you received feels like a slap in the face. It's disheartening to see our efforts overlooked and our legacy seemingly forgotten. The lack of recognition for our generosity toward the mayor is not just disrespectful, but frankly outrageous. On another note, I've been deeply concerned about Walter's recent behavior. His disappearing acts are not just puzzling, but increasingly worrisome. So, this letter is connected to the police report Deputy Cody read to me. Look at you! This loop is molding you into a real detective. If only I had such a caring mother. Do you really think your life would turn out different? Is a person born a deadbeat, or do they become one? Young Walter had a bunch of issues growing up. A lot of inner monologuing. But the old Walter has a heart of gold, according to Deputy Cody at least. Enough inner monologuing! You remember how your father had his moments of vanishing into thin air too, but refused to tell us anything about it when we confronted him, saying he would carry the secret to his grave. It hasn't been 5 to 7 years. Well, I just can't help but wonder if there's a deeper connection between Walter's antics and Maynard's secret. Please, Philip, keep an eye on our boy. And I know it's not your usual approach, but try to have a heart-to-heart with him. Yes, he's just a boy, but since you're not on speaking terms with your father, it might be more important now than ever. Disappearing seems to be their family trait. Maybe that's exactly where the secret is hiding. Let's continue reading. I'm thinking about reaching out to Madame Lorraine regarding this mystery. I realize you're skeptical about her powers, but I can't shake the feeling there might be something more at play here, something beyond our understanding. Maybe he is a ghost. She's a moustic? I hope it won't be long until they let me return home. The doctors say I'm improving, but it's all a waiting game now. She's at the hospital. So, Granddad Maynard had the habit of disappearing, same as Walter. Telling you, secret tunnel to the grave. Question is, how? Maynard took that secret to his grave. To his grave. That's what I've been saying. What am I waiting for? To the graveyard. Well, I'm not going to make it to the graveyard before the loop ends, so... The graveyard's all the way on the opposite side of everything. How about you go check his grave? Let's just... Lorraine cheese. Enough of this for now.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes, and I have a question, but actually I don't have a question.
All right, then. You should go and check.
Okay, bye.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Anchovy Chisniz. Or Noxer, what are you actually talking about? You know what? I don't think I want to know.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Graveyard. It's to the left. Right? There's Maynard. Oh, this is Walter's grave. Still green with hunger for his body turned cadaver. And this is Maynard's statue. Statue depicts Maynard K., the founder of Bothwood and the K Cattle Empire. Am I digging this game? Yes, I am literally digging this game because I'm about to be digging secrets. Time to reveal his secrets. Stone statue is perched atop an intricately crafted sarcophagus. Examine the statue. The whole statue oozes action. Man and animal, muscles taut, driven by a singular will. Maynard is ruthlessly driving the horse into a wild gallop, preparing to cast the lasso. Is that what you do with a lasso? You cast it? Or you get on top of the statue, obviously, Nox. Maynard stands tall and proud, the form capturing his bravado and determined spirit perfectly. Inspect the sarcophagus. The front is adorned with several rows of inscriptions. A weathered stone vase placed before the grave holds a bouquet of yellow flowers. Read the inscriptions. Maynard K., 1867 to 1952, founder of Bothwood and the K Cattle Empire. Patriarch of the K family, beloved husband and father. Stylized letters are inscribed below. I blazed the trail, and this is my home now. Interesting. It wasn't just about being the first, it was about staking a claim, establishing a legacy, ensuring that his efforts and achievements would be remembered. Maybe this credo is a clue to the secret you're looking for? This is my home now. Is that about Rue Valley or this grave? Perhaps neither. What if it hints at a hidden chamber, a place where he safeguarded his most cherished secrets? I blazed the trail. It must have some deeper meaning. Perhaps Maynard sought something more profound in his life's work, something hidden beneath the grandeur of his public persona. Could it be a metaphor for pioneering new ideas, a quest for significance beyond the cattle empire and familiar duties? Let's look at the horse. The head of the horse is slightly turned to the left, resulting in an eerie effect as if the horse's eye were following you around. Let's observe the overall posture of the statue. You're reading a paper book in the bathtub? No. You can't do that. Not only could you accidentally drop the book in the water, then like if you have to set the book down really fast and everything's wet all around you, where do you set the book down? And also just like the moisture from the bath and the steam and stuff comes up and like gets on the book. No. I don't accept it. Obviously even worse if you're reading on an electronic device. I don't like it. I wouldn't do it. Observe the overall posture of the statue. Maynard's stance exudes confidence and authority. His posture is balanced and purposeful. Every detail, from the way he grips the reins to the firm set of his jaw, speaks of a man accustomed to the rigors of ranch life and at ease with command and action. Check the vase. The vase is as ancient as the sarcophagus, but it holds a very fresh bouquet of rue flowers. Someone still visits Maynard's grave even after all these years. And that someone may know the Maynard secret. Oh yeah, this guy.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales... But of course, Mr. Harrow...
I guess I can't ask him about that other company. Look at the statue's face. Maynard's face is sculpted with rough-hewn features, a hint of stubble adding a rugged charm. His expression is a mix of smiling and screaming, as if he is ecstatic about something, probably catching a calf. One does not catch a calf like you catch a cold. He's probably just playing with a calf in a very consensual way. Focus on Maynard's arms. His huge muscular arms are tensed, veins bulging slightly under the stone skin, conveying the intensity of his action. It's comically exaggerated. Nobody has arms that wide. Well, at least you don't. His left arm extends forward, gripping the reins tightly, while the right one is drawn back, poised to release the lasso with precision. Gaze upon that chest. The way his clothes cling to his muscles, it's like they were made to highlight every bit of his masculine strength. Okay, enough about his chest. Right, let's focus. Examine the statue's lower torso, just in case. It's as if the sculptor knew exactly how to capture Maynard's allure from every angle. The craftsmanship leaves little to the imagination. The fabric of his pants clinging to strong muscular thighs, and between them, wait. The contours and texture of the stone subtly suggest his virility, his manly allure, his... Stop! There's something odd about it! That's true. Something is sticking out in his groin area, but the details are hard to make out in the dim light. Use my phone's flashlight. Yep, the groin area definitely looks different, but you still can't figure out the details from down here. Climb onto the statue. Yes, we're getting onto the head of the statue. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The entire area appears somewhat brighter and coarser. Do I need to touch it? You do. And the texture confirms your suspicion. It's made of a different material than the rest of the statue. What could be the reason? Maybe the difference can be attributed to the symbolic aspect of it? Oh, that could explain everything. It's probably regarded as a symbol of fertility by the locals. In many places, touching an oversized phallus is believed to bring good fortune and fertility. Years of passers-by touching the phallus changed its color and texture, and also made it loose? Something's not right here. I'm too reckless to pull it gently. Pull it violently. The secret hidden behind the statue's groin is finally revealed, and it's an irregularly shaped hole, evidence of past damage. This notion seems like a fallacy. Oh, Nox. It's clear now that a different material was applied during the repair process, which explains why it looks so strange. Okay, in hindsight, that's the only logical explanation. Still, what caused the damage in the first place? Was it an accident, or did someone do it on purpose? Who would damage this statue like this, and why? So many questions arise from just one groin area, all needing answers. Let's touch the sarcophagus. As your fingers brush against the cold, somewhat dirty surface, a chill runs through you. Death. He's coming for me too, sooner or later. Not if you were stuck in the loop forever. How about focusing on that instead? Nothing else of interest here. Graves often hold more than just remains. They hold stories. And somewhere between the lines, a secret lies waiting for you to discover it. Seriously, I didn't discover the hidden entrance? Search online and ask around about the statue's groin damage? Wow, okay. I feel like I'm multiplying entities without cause, but just keep searching around until you find the hidden switch. Let's search the internet for what Maynard's secret might be. Once again, I just magically have internet whenever. Check Wi-Fi connection. Got some good search terms. Maynard K, statue, damage. Too many results show up. Most of them look like they're not connected to anything you're looking for. Open a random article just in case. To many, Maynard K's statue stands tall as a beacon of progress. To others, it's a painful reminder of the damage his decisions cause to local communities. Yeah, this is not it. Alright, now what term to add? Maynard K. Statue, groin, damage. Couple of results and corresponding snippets show up. Read the first snippet. Actors performing as historical figures like Maynard K. often injure themselves, mimicking the dramatic poses seen in paintings and statues. These iconic stances place undue stress on the groin, potentially leading to long-term damage. This is not it. Read the next snippet. The controversial lawsuit in which a visitor claimed groin-related injuries after tripping on the display base of a replica of the Maynard... Why am I reading that in my character's accent? Maynard K. Ranch House in the museum lobby, falling onto a statue of a hedgehog. The damages paid out to settle the claims. Maynard K. Statue privates damage. No results containing all your search terms were found. Did you mean Maynard K. Statue private damage? Maynard K. Statue inguinal region damage. Looks like there aren't many great matches for your search. Close the search app. I gotta go ask some people, I guess. Who do I gotta go ask? Do. That one time when I was able to be here at Riley's, whoever's grave, before the end happened, but after she was here, how did I do it? Till the thunder strikes. Should have brought the book. What do I do now? I need a couple minutes to pass so that she'll, be here. I don't think I'm even going to be able to talk to her, though. But if I do this, it'll go all the way to the loop. Time doesn't pass unless I'm actually doing something. Does clicking on these things make time pass? I don't know how I did it that one time, but you know what? I don't think I'm supposed to talk to her here anyway, or she's probably not even the one I'm supposed to talk to, realistically. But there has to be a reason why you can come here to where she comes right before the end. That did make time pass. Alright, so checking for Wi-Fi makes the time pass slightly. The main problem is I didn't actually talk to Riley on this day of the loop. I didn't fix the machine or talk to her, so she doesn't know who the fuck I am. When did she get here? So I don't think it's even gonna let me talk to her, but since it is the graveyard and this is graveyard related. Oh, there she is. But yeah, I can't even click on her. So whatever. Just wait for the loop to end. All right, well, the logical person to ask about this would be Maxine, obviously. But I'm going to try to ask other people too, if I can.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
And I have a question. Oh, I don't actually have a question.
All right, then. You should go in.
All right, let's get the book just in case I have opportunity to read today. So first we'll help Riley with the machine.
Spit it
See
out
if
already!
she knows anything about it.
Sure.
Hey, look, I can ask her about it. Did you know that Maynard's statue had been damaged?
Really? What kind of damage are we talking about?
The groin area had been destroyed.
Ouch. That sounds brutal. But, no. Never seen it or heard anything about it.
It's barely noticeable. Whoever fixed it knew what they were doing.
Ah, well, that sounds like it was done by Coral Destiny's Community Relations Department. They're, particularly focused on improving the local community and their own image along the way.
So that's why this button is on the vending machine. You gesture toward the red button adorned with a label showcasing Coral Destiny's bottled water.
Well, that and a few other things. Believe me, there's a good reason for it. Rue Valley has had a rough history with corporations, and I think Coral Destiny's aware of it. To avoid being seen in a negative light, they put a lot of effort into supporting Rue Valley's community, especially with the Local Employment Initiative. It's a program that prioritizes local residents for employment, offering them preferential treatment in the hiring process. They also develop specialized education programs, ensuring that the local applicants will be well prepared and qualified to work at the company. Over 100 local residents are employed there in various positions, from janitors to astronauts in training.
There's a lot of people. Does anyone in the vicinity work for them?
Well, I worked for them until recently, and I was born and raised in Rue Valley. I lived here until I left to study at the university.
Did you resign or were you let go from your job?
I resigned. It was a tough decision, but I had to do it. About 8 months ago, I bumped into Kathy, the assistant manager in the community relations department, during lunch in the cafeteria.
Why didn't you look where you were going? Huh? Stop bumping into people. Oh, you not mean literally.
We started chatting, and she mentioned they were considering reviving Bothwood's graveyard. The plan included restoring damaged graves and crypts, fixing paths and vegetation, and ensuring future maintenance.
Sounds suspicious.
Honestly, I forgot about it until now. I don't know if the initiative ever took off, but if it did, maybe Coral Destiny fixed the statue.
But why would they fix just that statue and not the rest of the graveyard?
Can't help you with that one. Sorry. Anyway, that's all I know.
Hey, Splode. Good to see ya. How you doing? It's going okay. Thank you all the same.
No problem.
Okay. So... Coral Destiny may have repaired the statue. So can I just call their community relations department? Well, before I go off half-cocked, let's go in here and talk to Robin.
There's nothing you can do to help me? How about check the repair log or... No.
In a hurry.
Oh, hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you?
I'm fine, but I can't ask you about the thing I want to ask you, so. What about these papers? Nope. Okay. What about... Okay, still obvious choices to go to Maxine. Nothing exciting is exactly how I like it. Honestly, in life, all I want is for today to be exactly like yesterday. I don't want any deviation from routine whatsoever. Big storm. You're a fan of rainy, miserable weather too. Oh, so am I. I mean, I don't know if I'd be a fan of it if I lived somewhere where it was literally all the time, but since I live in northern Nevada, I mean, we do get some rain here, but we don't get so much rain that you'd get sick of it, you know? It actually rained here today. It actually could be raining right now, I'm not sure. Not much, though.
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that city car yard, or you don't want something else? We got no booze, mind you.
Let's ask her about the ranch house Wi-Fi password. That would just give her ideas about you. Strange ideas. Well, she'll only have those strange ideas for 39 more minutes, and then she'll forget all about them. There's no risk here. Let's just start with asking Maxine for this place's password. Any chance I could get the Wi-Fi password?
Are you gonna buy something or what?
Yep, she said the same thing last time. Now you. Okay, how about a pack of gum? Wait, did you choose this last time? No. Really? So why did you choose it now? Never mind, keep her talking, there's still a chance.
A pack of gum coming right up. And the password is... oh, damn. Let me think.
Damn, let me think. That's a strange password.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Uppercase T3, ST, exclamation point, uppercase X, 5, uppercase V, 3R, 1, TA, 5.
That's right, I remember we did get that password before. That you know already. Now let's hope she will slip and tell you her home password.
If my no-good brother came up with that spew, and let me tell you, it's one of the easier passwords he came up with. You ought to see the awful mess of a daily password waiting on me back home. The thing looks like someone hit a keyboard while sneezing.
Brothers, right? Mind me asking what it is? He said very innocently.
Now, let's see if I can remember it. Starts with an X, then two J's, then... 728, I reckon?
Smooth. Turns out this time loop is actually good for something. Did you know that Maynard's statue was damaged? Gives you a grim look. January came early. Yeah, it turns out this actually is a good January game.
Sure, I know it. Every time Pops took us to see his grandpops, I couldn't help myself and kept staring at it. It's, unpleasant. The damage was done in 1985 before my time, but I know the tale from my pops and others. That's gonna stain the K family reputation forever, it seems. Apex Ore made sure of that.
I don't understand. How's a damaged statue of your ancestor connected to you? She frowns.
Of course you don't understand, city boy. Here in the valley, family, name, and reputation still matter. Newcomers from Apex Ore understood that, and they made damn sure everybody would laugh at the K's. At least behind our backs.
Hey, what's up, Dennis? How you doing? What have you been doing? You seem a bit hostile toward newcomers.
Well, let me tell you, newcomers never did nothing good for our valley.
But your family were originally newcomers. So, checkmate.
Apex Ore ruined our valley with them machines. Turned our soil barren, our water toxic. And who knows what coral destiny will leave us with. Nothing good, that's for sure.
What does Apex Ore have to do with Maynard's statue?
Everything. If it wasn't for Apex Ore, this whole valley would be a different place.
Watching a movie? Nice. Nice. Playing some Vantage. Oh, you really like Vantage, huh? You've been playing it a lot. I like it, but I feel okay with not playing it for a while. I put a good number of hours into it. Because he's not from around here, Aquabrow. He's not from around here.
They made millions digging out our gold. In return, we got toxic tailings and water that's blacker than night and deadlier than poison.
That does sound bad.
My pop saw 'em for the shitheads they were and tried to make 'em go away by running for mayor. But he wasn't aware of just how far those fuckers are ready to go.
What's the Last of Us board game like? Like, how does it play? In Lone Wolf, you always said your Russian or Slavic accent was your maybe weakest, but I like it. I don't know. I have a lot of accents that I can barely do or not really do very well. It's hard to narrow down which one's my worst. I mean, there's ones I really cannot do. I can't do a German accent. I just can't do it. Like, I don't know how to make my voice sound German at all. And same with like a Norwegian accent. It's like a Scandinavian. I can't do it. I don't know how to make my voice sound like that. Other ones I feel like I can do better, like kind of different British accents or Scottish, Irish, or like different American accents. But I don't do any accents like as well as a professional actor would, obviously. Because they have to work pretty hard to master those accents, and I've never really put that effort in. It's like a survival zombie, like it's very hard but easy to learn. So you're like fighting zombies and stuff? Alright, we're not aware how far those fuckers were ready to go.
And the damage to his grandpop statue is a result of that.
Wait. How is running for mayor connected with all this?
It's simple. Pops was running for mayor in 1985 against Bill Thatcher, who was then mayor, but everybody knew he was just an Apex or bootlicker.
I hate Apex or bootlickers. They're the worst.
Pops wanted to ensure people of Rue Valley get by what is by right theirs, a percentage of the profit of the gold mine from here. Of course, that would make a dent in Apex Or's revenue.
You can craft better stuff. The crafting and upgrades are well done. Okay, kind of like in the video game. Are you like going through different scenarios, or how does it work?
A week before elections, Pop organized a mass rally. Apex Or sent their thugs to make a mess of it, and boy, they sure did.
Those Apex thugs.
The rally turned into a brawl, and the brawl into a 2-day riot. At one point, Apex Or took a chance and damaged Grandpop's statue. Shitheads.
Fucking corporations will stop at nothing to protect their profit margin, he said dramatically.
Yep. Profit rules it all, and people can go fuck themselves. But you know what? Apex Or was honest about that, unlike those sweet-tongued Coral Destiny folks. The modern corporation that pretends they care about you but will walk over your corpse for a dime, now they are the real shitheads.
The real shitheads, yeah.
That's why I run my own business. Only way to protect yourself is to become financially independent.
I still don't understand why.
It's simple.
Her tone implies she thinks you are simple.
They've damaged the manhood of Maynard K., the man who built both woods, started an empire. At the same time, they attack my pop's manhood by showing him they can do whatever they want and that he doesn't have the means or the balls to respond in kind.
Something's not quite right there.
Oh, many things are not quite right here. Pops lost the election to Thatcher. People blamed him for the riots, thought he caused them. And Apex Or still does business, and we're left with toxic water and infertile soil. So, yeah.
Quite the story. Thanks a bunch.
I hate telling it, but we must remember.
And you're just looking around. I thought I was going to get more information from her. You were playing Skyrim today? On stream? And you saw Masturbating Sam. No, Masturbating Sam is in Oblivion, not Skyrim. Damage is connected to the election. Could the statue's growing damage be connected to Maynard's secret? You should search online for the answer. Oh, maybe I have more, like, better keywords to search now. Alright, let's do some keywords. Got some good search terms? Rue Valley Cemetery Revitalization Maynard K. statue. As part of an ongoing effort to preserve Rue Valley's historical sites, plans for a cemetery revitalization project have been unveiled. The initiative will focus on restoring aged monuments, improving visitor access, and maintaining historical integrity. The Maynard K. statue remains a centerpiece of these discussions, debating whether to remove so-called desert moss from its pedestal, or leave it as a symbol of natural resilience. According to local heritage advocates, it's a delicate balance between preservation and respecting the passage of time, said one conservator. Ah, yes, the great dilemma of our time. Moss or no moss? And no mention of groin damage. Bill Thatcher, Maynard K. statue damage. The first result leads you to an online repository of old articles from the Bothwood Observer. This article is from March 15th, 1988. The statue of Maynard K. in the Rue Valley Cemetery was vandalized last night by unknown perpetrators, with significant damage inflicted upon its manly domain. Is that how they wrote it in the newspaper? Its manly domain? This shocking act of defacement has intensified the already heated atmosphere in Rue Valley, as both sides of the community blame each other for the escalating tensions. Community reactions have been strong and polarized, with calls for unity and thorough investigation on one side and demands for retribution and heightened security measures on the other. The police have launched an investigation, urging anyone with information to come forward. We are treating this incident with the utmost seriousness and will pursue all leads to ensure those responsible are brought to justice, stated Police Deputy Sheriff Bobby Canis. When asked to comment on this incident, mayoral candidate and Maynard's grandson, Walter K., responded cryptically, "Why don't you ask Bill Thatcher and Mr. Wannabe K. who did it?" We have reached out to Bothwood Mayor Bill Thatcher for comment, but are still awaiting a response as of our print deadline. Let's look at Coral Destiny Community Relations. The snippet of the first result is the corporate PR bulletin. In an effort to give back to the local community, Coral Destiny Community Relations has announced a new initiative focused on local engagement, sustainability, and economic opportunities. A spokesperson described it as a commitment to the people who make our work possible. Let's try another result. It's a social media post from Watchdog Independent titled, "Coral Destiny Manipulating Community Relations to Quell Public Backlash." Whistleblowers claim that the Coral Destiny Community Relations Department operates less as a bridge to local concerns and more as a damage control unit. Well, no shit. What else? What do you think they do? What do you think any company's community relations would do? Suppressing dissent through carefully curated messaging and selective outreach. I mean, what the fuck? This isn't news. Let's look up Maynard K. Wannabe K. Once again, an article from the Bothwood Observer. Remember, this is the newspaper who used the phrase manly domain. Online repository shows up, this time dated May 6, 1988. During a rally this Thursday, mayoral candidate Walter K. delivered a fervent speech calling for a return to traditional values and preservation of the K family's honor. Addressing what he described as unfounded attacks against his family, K emphasized the importance of heritage and community pride. Knox says, announcement, breaking news, work demons protect work demon interests. What are you going to have for dinner, Dennis? We must stand together against those who seek to divide us, Walter proclaimed to an attentive crowd. The K family has always been a pillar of this community, and we will not allow malicious rumors to tarnish our legacy. Our descendants will forever honor the esteemed founder of Bothwood, Maynard K., while the names of Bill Thatcher, Camilla Lopez, and Mr. Wannabe K. will fade into obscurity. He keeps calling somebody Mr. Wannabe K. Camila Lopez. Could she be related to Anita? Oh, is that Anita's mom? It's possible, but back to the article. The speech also addressed the letters purportedly sent by Maynard Kay to his alleged mistress, which have been submitted to the Rue Valley Historical Archive for authenticity verification. Concerns were raised about the integrity of both the ongoing examination and the institution itself. Walter Kay's campaign has recently shifted to a defensive stance, moving away from its initial focus on economic issues and the threat of Apex Ore taking over local resources. This change has alienated some of his broader base, particularly younger voters and Apex Ore Union members who seem uneasy about this unexpected turn toward traditionalism. Not sure yet. Got some groceries yesterday. Probably make a sandwich with soup. Sounds good. Maynard K. Bobby Canis. A social media post from Cody Canis shows as a result he's replying to some silly discussion. A little history lesson for those who might have forgotten. The Canis name ain't just some footnote in Bothwood. We built this place. When Bothwood was nothing but dust, my great-great-granddaddy Clayton Bronco Canis wasn't just a settler. He was Maynard Kay's right hand, the man who made Bothwood what it is. His son, Wayne Canis, a general and war hero. And my granddad, chief's assistant. Then my dad, Bobby Kay, and me, both of us sheriff's deputies. 5 generations of Canis men keeping this town safe and enforcing the law. We got blood in this land. We own a whole damn block of Bothwood. Unlike some folks around here, my family didn't just show up. We've been here from the start. So next time you feel like running your mouth, maybe try learning a little history first. Know your hashtag, know your place, hashtag Bothwood blood, hashtag Canis legacy. Hashtag. That bar just stuck. Okay, nothing. All right. Fine. We can hear you? Yeah. Hashtag. Maynard K. Camila Lopez. The first result is an online shop selling a book entitled The Power Behind the Campaign, How Corporate PR Shaped Bothwood Politics. The blurb reads, a retrospective on the corporate-backed PR strategies that shaped late 20th century political campaigns, focusing on the careers of PR masterminds Victor Langston, Camila Lopez, and Daphne Calder. Known for their ruthless messaging and no-holds-barred tactics, they orchestrated high-stakes campaigns, including smear operations against influential figures like Maynard Kay. Man, these small-town people really take their little world seriously. Maynard Kay, alleged mistress, letters. Diet Dr. Thunder. That is so wrong. It's multiple degrees of wrong. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Bothwood Observer, March 2nd, 1988. The recent scandal involving a local man, J.G., claiming to be Maynard Kay's illegitimate son, has taken a troubling turn. Last night, the tombstone of his mother, the alleged mistress of Maynard Kay, was desecrated in the Rue Valley Cemetery. Derogatory words were scrawled across the black granite headstone in red paint, sparking outrage and sorrow among the local community. Authorities are investigating this act of vandalism, which appears to be connected to the controversy surrounding the Kay family. J.G., who recently made public the raunchy letters allegedly sent to his mother by Maynard K. in 1921, expressed deep distress over the incident. "My mother deserves to rest in peace," he stated. Mayoral candidate Walter K. condemned the act, emphasizing, regardless of the claims made, this vandalism is reprehensible. The K family does not condone such behavior. The incident has fueled intense debate in Rue Valley, with many residents questioning the integrity of the K family, while others rally to their defense. What is it? My beverage? It's Sam's Cola Zero Sugar. That's what it is. Porridge level's about 40%. Now 30%. Maynard K. 1921 JG. Once more, an article from the Bothwood Observer shows up, dated February 13th, 1988. Exactly, Splode. In a story published last week by Intrigue Insider, JG, a 66-year-old local, claims to be the illegitimate son of the founder of Bothwood and the K cattle empire, Maynard K. He presented to the infamous tabloid raunchy letters that he claims were sent by Maynard to his mother, HG, in 1921. Why are you using everybody else's name, but you're not using these people's name? You're the same people that wrote Manly Domain or Manly Region or whatever. Don't act like you're a... JG asserts he found these letters after his mother died in 1983 and has now chosen to reveal them, believing it's time Rue Valley saw the true face of the K family. Mayoral candidate Walter K., Maynard's grandson, denounced the letters as forgeries orchestrated by Apex Orr. This is a malicious attempt to tarnish both the esteemed reputation of the K family and my own honor, he asserted to our reporter. Intrigue Insider. Intrigue Insider official site is the first result. Perhaps there's an archive of old articles. Enter the website. The homepage loads, showering you with sensational headlines. Local chef secrets were exposed and celebrity love triangles. Who's cheating now? Because I'm nosy, I gotta be like, Top story. Is the dumper having an affair with Isabel Watson? Okay, let's go. Close the search app. Well, I learned a lot of shit, but none of it directly solves my issue. Rue Valley Historical Archive. So I can go try to find the tombstone of the alleged mistress. I can also try to look up the Rue Valley Historical Archive. You quickly find the site, which is more like a heap of documents than a proper online archive. There are many directories with rushed or provisional labels like "Sort it later." Each directory holds raw scans of documents whose names are also all over the place. This sounds like it was set up by work demons. Right, Knox? There's a shitload of things here and no proper search engine or index of files. You can only search exact terms contained in file names and hope for the best. Reading scanned documents on a phone? I will go blind. You can do this. You just need to guess the right term to search. Type HG. The result is a huge list of files whose names look like a weird mix of symbols, letters, and numbers. Most of them aren't readable or recognized as valid files. Type 1921. There are many results, both directories and file names. You'll need to narrow it down. 1921 JG. One file appears named hdj.ke pound percentage 741921j.g.file. The file's name was probably corrupted when the document was saved in digital form. Open it anyway. It's a partial scan of an official report about the 1994 Apex ore mine disaster. The details are barely visible, and the document is cut in half as if the machine stopped working during the scan. Try 1921 letters. A list of files appears. Culinary Delights, January 1921, letters.scan. Legal Recommendation, 1921 letters.scan. None of them seem like they have the information you need. Try 1921 Maynard. A file called K. Philip Maynard 1921 underscore photo.fotr appears as a result of the search. Tap on it. It's a black and white photo of a man dressed in riding clothes with the obligatory cowboy hat. He towers over the reclining cow. He's towering over a cow? It's good that he had his picture taken with a cow. He saw a cow and said, let's get a selfie together. Ensnared by the lasso's coils, a child matching his attire stands beside him and looks at him. Zoom in on the man's face. Based on your experience with the statue, the man is most likely Maynard K. himself. His stern look and tight lips don't say much. Makes you wonder what other secrets he kept for himself. Zoom in on the child's face. Considering the facial features, the year the photo was taken, and the name of the file, this was probably Philip K., Walter's father. He looks at Maynard with a mixture of respect and fear. There are hints of recent crying, as if he doesn't want to be dressed like that. Or it's just your imagination working, inspired by an old photo. Type Maynard. There are a lot of results, so you'll need to focus your search a little bit by adding another word. Maynard 1921. The search yields a file named New Year's Eve Maynard 1921.scan. The newspaper report covers a New Year's gala dinner hosted by Maynard and his wife Lucretia. The article lists all the notable guests who attended, details the food and drinks served, and praises Lucretia's splendid appearance. Check if any of the guest names match the HG initials. Of course, hidden in plain sight. Not this time, though. None of the named guests share those initials. The report concludes with Maynard's wish for everyone to achieve the same level of success as he has in the coming year. Try Maynard JG. You find several files with those words, but all the names end with random symbols. That usually means that the files are corrupted. The directory where those files are is named K Finance Reports 077. Funny how finance reports are corrupted. You might come back to it some other time, but not now. Whom are you kidding? Not ever. Try Maynard Letters. You end up in a directory named Maynard _correspondence _letters. Files are numbered 5 to 13. This could be it. This is what it means to be lucky! As you rummage through the files, you realize it's Maynard's correspondence with another cattle owner, Thomas Branson. Cattle partner. He accuses Maynard of holding on to the best pastures for his cattle. I mean, wouldn't you do the same? Do we lose Fry Guy and Jen? Probably. And mentions this is ungentlemanly behavior, especially toward fellow cattle owners. Maynard's response is mostly insult wrapped in nice words, with the offer to buy Branson's cattle if he cannot feed them properly. That's savage. Well, he did accomplish a lot. Rarely can you do that by being polite all the time. Try Maynard mistress. You find nothing. The most direct approach does not always yield results. It's a stupid idea anyway. Whatever. You should explore other options. Let's try something else. A different approach may yield results indeed. Type mistress. There is only one search result, a file named Mistress Today, Ruin Tomorrow article.scan. It's definitely not what I'm looking for. Let's read it. The ice level is very high, Aquabrow, but the porridge level is very low. There's no song for porridge time, though. It's an opinion piece, written under the pseudonym Concerned Citizen from the local newspaper Bothwood Chronicle, dated 1984. The main topic is the decline of morale and how families are falling apart due to adventures outside marriage. The recent arrival of Apex Ore and the rapid influx of outlanders are considered the primary sources of this corruption by the author. The writer emphasizes that it resembles an epidemic of old and adds that the authorities need to step in. In conclusion, the author suggests that there should be a legal punishment for spreading the corruption, particularly for companies. This writing comes across as an attack on Apex Ore disguised as an article about marriage issues rather than an objective piece of journalism. Now, why someone would write something like this, let alone keep it in their archive, is anyone's guess. An archivist doesn't need to ask if it makes sense. They just need to archive it. They are people, not machines, and yet, if a human fails, the machine can only fail with them. Type scandal. Wow, the list of found files goes on and on. A lot of scandals for this small town. Better add another word. Try Scandal 1921. A file named News Articles Scandal1921.scan appears as a result of the search. Tap to open it. It's a newspaper article about a corruption scheme that reached the highest echelons of the Ministry of Wealth Preservation. Several capital projects were planned nationwide, and specific individuals were accused of taking bribes in exchange for certain companies to be employed as contractors. Bothwood is mentioned as one of the places where questionable investments were planned. The K family is not mentioned, though. Those investments were unrelated to the cattle business anyway. Who knows how Rue Valley would look if the investment became real? How would that affect the K's and their business? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. There are no answers to questions like these, only the idea that it would be different and probably better. Be that as it may, this is a dead end. You need to look at other alternatives. Type scandal letters. Several files called K Bankruptcy Scandal Letters, numbered 1 to 17, are shown as the search result. Alright, nosy time. This may be interesting. How scandalous. It's been a while since you've said that, huh, Knox? You quickly check through the files. The letters are from 1966. and were sent by various residents of Rue Valley as a sign of support to the K family. They all state how scandalous it is that the K cattle empire went bankrupt. They will pray for Philip and his family. Maynard is mentioned more than once, and you get the impression that the undertext is something like, while he was alive, this would never have happened. Check if any of the letters have HG as a signature. Smart. There could be a lead. Oh, there's not going to be. Unfortunately, all of the letters are handwritten, and the signatures are barely readable. I'm all out of ideas for now. Let's come back when you learn something new. Well, that was, as Dennis would say, a blue balls waste of time. Okay. Can I talk to her about anything I've just learned? No. Alright, to the graveyard we go. Don't answer it. You going to dig it now? I don't know. I don't have a shovel. Oh no! Red alert! Porridge level at critical. Immediate porridge required. Porridge time, porridge time. Porridge time, it's a porridge time. It's some porridge and it's a time. That's why we call it porridge time. Porridge. Not that kind of porridge, Knox. Okay. I think it's this way. Because this way needs to have a reason to exist. Oh my god, I can click on all of them now. If you thought the first black granite grave would be the one, you're sorely mistaken. I thought they might get lucky for once. Didn't you learn that the only luck you have is bad luck? Look where it got you. You're prowling this graveyard like an ancient necromancer looking for the next set of bones to raise. And the gravestone holding this dead husk doesn't even have any of the parameters. Initials HG, year of death 1983, and the person is not female. Keep on looking, and at least console yourself with the fact that you won't be here forever, unlike the rest. See, this makes me wonder, do the other sub-maps also have a bunch of interactable... No, see, these are the standard ones. Interactable. Game design logic says something's supposed to happen up on this map with Riley and her grave. Therefore, the other ones won't be interactable. See? So the one map that didn't already have something meaningful to do on it is the one where you can interact with things, which is why that map exists. This is how you figure out which one to go to. By process of elimination using game developer psychology. Let's see. Year of death? No. HG initials? No. Female? No. This corpse was buried in 1946, and it shows. The grave is almost a ruin. The stone's cracked. Desert lichen and weeds are growing out of it. After almost a whole century, this person has surely been forgotten by everyone, the world included. That's the real death, when they forget you. When no one is talking about you, even in passing, when no one knows your name, then you're truly gone. But perhaps he's strolling the meadows of eternal spring, wrapped in the blanket of perpetual bliss. Or he's screaming in never-ending agony in the storm vortex of tortured souls. Even that agony vortex is better than living like this. At least there's an ending, a conclusion. Try saying that after endless eons of screaming. The worst thing is, this corpse would probably want to be here if he could wish for anything, while you want to be anywhere but here. The irony of life. Or death? Another mistake, and a double at that. This grave holds 2 people, not 1. Neither has the proper initials nor the year of death. Both died the same year. The epitaph says, "To Mum and Dad, for eternal sleep." And when was the last time you went to the cemetery to visit your mum? I hate when people use euphemisms. They're dead, not sleeping. You didn't answer the question. Besides, don't you get that euphemisms might help people accept something as final and unacceptable as death? Don't you understand that your refusal to visit probably means you still haven't accepted her death? She has abandoned me. She didn't have a choice. Death is not optional. Alone or with Dr. Fink, you'll have to face this, as well as the other worms that are eating you alive from the inside. There's no way forward without that. But come now, let's smooth out the creases on that carpet of your psyche and keep on looking for the right grave. Game save. Casually striding. This time at least the year of death is correct. Everything else, not so much. Words below the deceased name catch your eye. All my worldly possessions I leave to myself. That last will must have caused some rapidly growing ulcers for both lawyers and family. Speaking of which, what happened to writing that testament of yours? Don't you even care what happens to your property, puny as it is, when you die? Why even bother when there's almost nothing to leave? A whole life, all that energy spent, all those years of struggle and suffering, and nothing came of it. But that's not the crux of the matter. Possessions will waste away or be squandered. The real problem, if you drop dead this instant, there would be nothing for people to remember you by. You've had such big dreams of creating worlds out of nothing, but then you wasted your life on nothing. Dreams crushed by deadlines. True, when you're a rat in the corner, fur fluffled up? We're fluffling fur here. And teeth bared, you don't really have time to think, let alone dream. Did Fenris ever have his fur fluffled up? But you're not dead. Yet. So it's still not over. If you ever escape from this time loop thingy... Who am I kidding? Of course it will be the same. You're still far away from that goal. Come on, this grave won't find itself. So much fluffing? Fluffling. Fluffling. No. Lot of graves around here. Lot of graves. Nope, this grave has it all wrong. Listen, this will take even more time than expected. Time is all I have. Keep searching graves in this and future loops until you find the right one. I was perfectly happy to go to every individual grave. Oh, it's a montage. Don't act surprised by the lightning. You know exactly when that lightnings, and you've seen it lightning many times. If it were Sesame Street, it would be Snuffle Fluffagus. Right. This is a lot of montage. Couldn't take this long to look at all the graves. Driving a car, looking at graves, looking at graves, looking at graves, yeah, I'm looking at graves. I am looking and it's at graves. That's why they call it look. Here we are. One Hannah Gold is buried here, so the initials are right, the gender is correct, and year of death, 1983, check. Let's just make sure that it's the right grave. All the parameters are there, it's the grave, even though there are no traces of the red paint used to desecrate it. But wait, on the second look, you see something after all. Whoever cleaned it used chemicals so strong that they wiped away the red, but burned the words into stone. Knox knows the shower, did he? We haven't heard that one in a bit too. Yeah, the super fun drawing time. They are faint, but you can see the suffix digger added after her last name, as well as the words apex whore below her name. It's so easy to piss all over someone who's defenseless. Even easier than snatching a cookie from a toddler. Go back. Wait. What? Where'd the grave go? Or is that it? I got all the information I needed. Oh yeah, because I have her name now. Let's go back to the archive. Now that you know whom to look for, you can use her name to find the letters. Type Hannah Gold. You immediately end up in a directory called To Be Confirmed. It has a lot of subdirectories, probably documents waiting to be checked for authenticity. Among them is one called Hannah Gold Letters 1921. This must be what you're looking for. Scans inside the directory are named Letter 1, Letter 2, etc. It looks like it's time to read someone else's mail. Nosy. Read all the letters with joy. All of them were written by Maynard K. for Hannah Gold. In essence, they are love letters, with love scarcely mentioned. What dominates is his description of what he'll do to her between the sheets. That's what you write in love letters, isn't it? By today's standards, it would be considered sexting. Sadly, none of the letters are her responses, so you don't know how she reacted to it. In one of the letters, you come upon an interesting passage. My longhorn kicks up dust thinking about ya, and me tacky the back road yesterday. Oh, thinking about you and me taking the back road yesterday. That means he fucked her in the ass. Is what that means, in case you guys didn't know. In all that time, my wife thought I was in my cabinet doing business. Super fun drying time. I told her I'll be spending Thursday night doing work again, so you better be ready for some rough corralling. By corralling, he means sexual intercourse. And possibly BDSM activities. Okay, that sounded violent. On the bright side, it's now obvious how Walter leaves the house undetected. There must be a secret passage in the cabinet that leads outside. All that remains is to find it. I told you there was a secret passage. Could have just been looking for a secret passage all this time instead of dicking around with millions of archives and letters and phone calls and conversations and graves. Could have just been looking for the secret passage. Come through the Rue Valley Historical Archive online and found Maynard Kay's letters to his alleged mistress. Between the lines, Maynard implies the existence of a hidden passage running somewhere from his study to the outside grounds. Time to find it. Like, I could have... You know what? Forget it. Forget it. Just forget it. Check Wi-Fi connections. No, there's no Wi-Fi connection. Nothing else to do here. Sandwich soup combo. Tell me about this sandwich. Tell me about this soup. Need the dinner deets. I'm just gonna drive until the end of time. Driving a car, driving a car, driving a car, yeah, I'm driving a car. The end of time. That's right, Knox. Oh, I made it here before the end of time. Talk to Maxine. What's up, Max Sizzle?
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that city car yard, or you don't want something else?
Never mind. Never mind. Just gonna sit on this fucking bench and wait. No, don't get up. Kill time. Mother. Do 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 do. You know what? I'm gonna go out driving. Old Flintstone Honda Civic style. Yep. Sometimes you gotta stick your leg out the side of the car with the door open and push it against the ground in order to reverse your vehicle.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
I have a question. I lied, I don't have a question.
All right then. You should go and check.
I'm gonna get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Take the book with you. Undercover. Quickly check in with
Come
Riley,
on,
even
you
though there's
thief.
no real reason to, other than...
Sure.
Yeah, she gets coffee. Okay, I can't ask her any more questions. I'm not even going to bother with Robin because I know it's going to be the same damn thing. Okay, I need to go back to the Max Factor house. Back to the K Ranch. And in San Francisco, yeah. I remember some times trying to back my car uphill in San Francisco that were not good times. Not good times at all. I could have just looked for this passage without doing all that research. Are we sure it's not in the bathroom? Because this is yet another room that has to have a reason to exist. They did not make this map of this room for nothing, and there's nothing to interact with in here. So there has to be something that happens in that room at some point. Oh, look. Hidden passage hiding thing. Like, why wouldn't I have looked behind this in the very first fucking day? I would have. Check the cabinet for a secret passage. It doesn't have one. You went through all the drawers already. If there were any hidden exit through the cabinet, you would have already found it. What if the passage is behind the cabinet? Drove manual most of my life. I've never driven manual. The very thought of moving this thing gives you back pain. There has to be at least half a ton of paper inside. There's no way someone like Walter is able to move it and put it back every time he escapes. It has to be somewhere else. Well, I happen to know there's a new interactable object in this room, so gamer senses are telling me where it is. Dust gathered on the mirror helps hide your image. Check behind the mirror. Before you even exert any effort to move it, you feel cool air pass between your fingers. I couldn't have just done this on the first fucking day. Oh, God. This is it. This is where it's all led. This is where it's all light-emitting diode. Doesn't make any sense. There's LED lights around his mirror. The frantic inspection of the door manufacturer forum. The never-ending rummaging through the paper archive. Followed by the endless digging in the digital one. And countless loops spent combing the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, I've seriously spent like 20 plus loops on this investigation. All I had to do was look behind here in the first place. Look, I knew there was a secret passage. Why didn't my character know? It all led to the simplest solution hidden in plain sight. Nevertheless, feels good, doesn't it? At this point, inspiration is a meaningless mechanic. I have so much fucking inspiration. So many loops, many of them in this very room. Didn't even feel the wind on the mirror. Right, Knox? Sure does. Move the mirror. Oh, the hidden passage. I got an achievement behind the wall. As the dusty mirror creaks out of the way, you see a small passage leading out of the study. Walk through the passage. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. And I also said in the very fucking beginning, there's probably a hidden way in through this fucking shed. Another thing I could have just quickly searched and found it. Being punked by this game. That's it, you're outside. This whole time, a faster way inside was hidden behind a broom closet in the shed. Don't act like I didn't come over here. Devs railroaded me into not finding that passage. That was a very specific level of tired. You found the Maynard's secret, a passage he was using to meet with his mistress over 100 years ago, and the same route his grandson Walter K. still uses today to slip out of the house unnoticed. Force Josiah speed. You've traveled through the K family's history in both the physical and digital worlds to finally find the secret passage Walter K. uses to slip out unnoticed, hidden behind the study mirror. Doesn't mean I know where Walter is, though. Okay. Soaked and hurt foot. This is the last day my fucking foot is gonna be hurt. Because I don't have to break in the front door anymore. And apparently all those times breaking in, this dipshit didn't figure out how to break the door down efficiently and without hurting himself. This guy's almost as inept as Michael, the impossible guy. I mean, he doesn't say impossible, he just does things really badly. Alright, well that's the end of the loop. I'm out of time. Read the book. Start wherever, the mind will fill in the gaps.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? All right, then. You should go and...
I should go in your bathroom and steal your book? Yeah, I'm going to. I still can't take this guy's booze, though, right? No. No, you can't read on the toilet. Nor would I if you could, because only savages do that.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Alright, it seems like the next OOB, the next OOB, the next order of business, the next OOB is to go back and talk to Homeboy in the room now that I have a faster way. Hey, Ranch. What are you talking about? Motherfuckers, keep books out of your bathroom. That's all I'm saying. I'm soaked, but I'm not going to hurt my foot this time. So finally, we can meet with Alexander, the slacker, and we can find out what he has to say. Finally, we can have this conversation with him. After so much effort. But that's going to have to happen in our next episode. Because that's going to do it for this one. Gotcha. All right. No ice time. Look, I still have plenty of ice. I'm sorry. I need a longer stream to do ice time, and I'm not currently in a longer stream mode. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Rue Valley.